Boys and girls, we're going to do that thing that only happens in the movies. Welcome on stage, the first act. He's a stalwart of the local circuit. Please give a big warm Thursday night excess malarkey welcome to Mr. Roland, Gent!
Oh, how are we? We all right? Speak to me. What do you want for a bit? Sex or politics? Oh, fucking don't speak then. What do you want? Never mind. I'm a political comedian. Here's my favourite newspaper headline in the entire world ever, which I saw in the Matlock Mercury near my mum's house in Matlock, Bath, not 2 weeks ago. This is a true newspaper headline, which really turned me on to hardcore left-wing stand-up comedy, sticking it to the kids and doing it up a man, Jah Rastafari. If you can't read, this is simply Dad has sex with horse. The exciting part is over here, where my left hand is. There's a picture of the horse itself, with its eyes blanked out to protect its identity, just in case Jonathan King should read the paper that week. Good, it's great to be here. Here's a thing for you. Banks are real bastards, aren't they? Why do they always insist on building a cash point machine right next to a homeless person? You're there getting your wedge out on Oxford Road, there's somebody lying there going, "Spell change." I'm like, what's Brian Blessed doing lying on this floor outside this bank? Go on, Brian, do Gordon's Alive. You're much better in that one. I like that one. Other things, here's the thing, gear change, proctologists. That means bottom doctors, in case you don't know. A lot of students in. Who in the right mind would want to train to be a proctologist? Then I figured maybe they're all training to be gynecologists and failed the exams by about that much. It's just an idea that comes to me. Actually, I've discovered the worst job in the country. In my real job, I do sales, okay? I sell incentives to food companies. So on the back of like a cornflakes packet, you might see sort of offers like 2 for 1 at 2 for 1 at Disneyland, or 2 for 1 at Flamingo Land, or 2 for 1 at Poundland. That's a theme park in Liverpool. A fucking pound? Oh, nice. But basically, last week, I try and sell these incentives to food companies. Last week, I rang up a cheese company. This exists. It's in the Isle of Man. You can go to Sainsbury's and check this out. The company is called the Isle of Man Cheese Company. The worst job in the country is the poor lady on reception has to pick up the phone every 10 seconds and go, "Hello, I love man cheese. Can I help you?" Oh, I don't know, baby. I've never done phone sex before. What are you wearing? I'm wearing corduroy trousers and a cardigan, you saucy bitch. Other stuff. You've got to have ambitions in life. I wanted to work for the German electronical company Siemens at one point. Can't tell where the gag's coming from here, can you? But they've got a big plant down the road on the Parkway. At one point, Siemens were thinking of relocating to the small village of Upper Ramsbottom, near Bury. God, I would have loved to work for one afternoon on the phone, just sat there going, "Hi, Siemens, Upper Ramsbottom. Can I help you?" Other things we do. Last year, we did a marketing campaign for Warburton's Bread. Are you aware of Warburton's Bread? Yeah, except they're in Bolton. They're called Wappertons. And they've been baking bread for 125 years. We had to think of a slogan for them. It got round to the Friday. We couldn't think of one. We were going, "Ooh, oh crumbs. Ooh, use your loaf." Rubbish. And the boss at Wapperton's rung us up from Bolton. Went, "Right, you bunch of puffs from Manchester. Here, you got to be a slogan?" "No, well, I've got a slogan. I'll run it by you. This is marketing in action. Here we go. Wapperton's. We've been in bread for 125 years. No, you can't say that. Why not? We all fuck each other on Dress Down Friday. We're all mad in our office. Good, go away. Other things, football, I think, should be rebranded. I think perhaps Millionaires Dive Ball would be a more appropriate name these days. I've gone off football. I prefer the much more exquisite game of Sunday League pub football. A proper man's game, sir, I think you'll agree. We're rubbish in our pub. We always lose, but we've all got nicknames. There's Mr. Cruncher, and there's Mr. Knuckles, and there's my nickname, which is Psycho. Don't call me Psycho because of my bad tackles or bad attitude towards the referee. They call me Psycho because I like to stab people in the showers after the match wearing my mother's dress, which is always fun. I've got a lovely motel just outside Macclesfield. You should come sometimes. Other things, though. Every town, every city has to rebrand itself with an advertising campaign. Look at Leeds. Any Yorkshire people in? Moo. Hooray! They always do that. Yorkshire. Yeah, for Yorkshire. Hooray. No, but Leeds has an airport. They could have called it Leeds Airport to get the tourists in. then it would have been L.A. Think of the initials. You could have been flying into L.A., Yorkshire. Hello, my name's Jeffrey Boycott. I'm the Yorkshire ambassador. For me, punching a woman in the face, it's all about technique. Smack the bitch. Nothing sloppy outside the off stump. No. But Bradford had to be involved as well, didn't it? Because they're a bit rubbish. Anybody in from Bradford? Quack. No, rebranded as Bronte Country. I think not. If you've ever driven through it, lock the doors. We'll go to Skipton instead. But think of what they initially spent millions of pounds calling their airport. They called it Leeds and Bradford International Airport. That's Labia. Yes, they called it Labia. I'd have flown from Manchester to just get my passport stamped on my face. Wouldn't you love to be the pilot on that for one day, son? Flaps down. We're coming into Labia. Which is always, I love every day of the year. Every day should be a piss up, apart from one day of the year. One day I hate, which is, of course, fireworks night. According to the little scally bastards on the estate where I live in Benage. If I call it that for long enough, house prices may rise by 25 pence. Who knows? According to them, fireworks night begins every year in my front garden in June. Have a fucking banger. And ends next June. And trick or treat, where did that come from? Americans trying to teach our kids how to beg. Fair swap, we gave them Killer Nanny Louise Woodward and the Shoe Bomber. Oh, 2-1 to us on points there, sir, I feel. God, we gave him that fucking twat off the X Factor and they've not shot him yet. Damn, go on, shoot Cowell. No, damn, I shouldn't say that. But basically, every October these little fuckers come knocking on my door dressed in their scary Halloween costumes, doing the Ian Brown constipated monkey walk, which is usually... fucking weirdo. Captain fucking Pogwash. Trick or fucking treat. I got my own back on them last year. They knocked on my door dressed in their scary Halloween costumes. I merely came down the stairs and I answered the door, dressed in my Gary Glitter costume. Come back, kids. You want to be in my gang? You want to hear my new single? It's my version of Love Hurts. You're dissing Roy Orbison's best tune. I'm painting pictures with words. But nobody can accept responsibility in life these days. What a get-out that was. No one can accept responsibility in life these days. Why? Only the other day I went to a restaurant. The waiter came up to me and went, "Sir, the chef's special." I went, I don't care if he's a Mong or not. Can he fucking cook? Don't make excuses. If he comes out of that restaurant and fucking hugs me and tries to dribble, somebody ain't getting a tip. Anyhow, here's my second favourite newspaper headline in the world ever, so I shall shortly bid you adieu. You can raise me a Muslim. I'll call you a Hindu if you like playing cards with religions. This is my second favourite newspaper headline in the world ever, ladies and gentlemen, which I found in the Matlock newspaper not a week after the first one. This is simply Horse Bum's Dad in Revenge. And wow, the horse is edgy. Wow, he's even smoking indoors. Jolly good. Got to go now. Cut out some letters, stick them on motorway bridges to spell out the word Guranga for no apparent reason whatsoever. Thank you and good night. Cheers.
I don't know what it is that makes you feel like this.